can see, Ellen, the fact that we're getting Gav early on is just a wonderful shake of Call of Duty action, but also having Paradox and Cleaner, because not only are these guys two of my favorite people, two of my best friends, but also they're just two of the best observers in the game. We love them for doing what they do, and we thank them for giving us the best action. I'm so excited to get into it. It's the first game of the playoffs. Europe on board, one of the best regions in the world. Ellen, I'm so ready.
I am so ready, and we are hopping on board with Steve-O, and man, this is a guy, let me tell you, I saw one of his teams. He literally has been here over the last couple years in this position, so can he take another grand final? That's going to be the question.
Yeah.
Steve-O, I love that guy. Amazing sub, but opening it up here now with Real, it's the contest for that first hard point, of course, and what an even battle, of course, that we expected it to be. We know what's on stake for these players, but winning the break, of course, it's ROKKR Academy. Metals doing a fantastic job with that AR in hand, locking it down, and this was that player that we said needs to step it up here, doing a fine job of doing just that.
And we've seen a couple of switches in the roles as of late where, you know, you're looking at one of your second entry subs being able to pick up that extra AR, especially on a map like Gav, where it certainly worked out for ROKKR. And ROKKR being a team that was basically contesting for first place in their group before Vengeance made their ridiculous run at the end, similar to how Doge was able to turn it around. But early on, it is Metals on a 4 spree, and this is what you want if you're a ROKKR Academy fan. Oh my, Metals on 6! He's opening it up for the boys in purple. All of a sudden, it's a 40-point swing, and ROKKR are inside the hill.
Well, okay, stepped it up, he shall, but let's see if Steve-O can do anything about it. He does get an opening pick, and that is going to open it up for his team to maybe push on through, but Beans is still last alive there, trying to push through the middle and thinking about the spawns, but still not able to win the engagement. I'm not exactly sure what the play was there, but you see Harry, number 2, rotating over, getting that early beach side towards that money hill. We know that's so important, but at least the gunfights in the front do clear off the point, and now it's ROKKR that is spawning that back green area, and Harry is going to have to win this gunfight onto Lucky on the rotation.
Yeah, it's unfair to talk about ROKKR Academy without also giving a nod over towards Lucky, how excellent he's been, not only in years past, but he's had just a smooth transition into Vanguard this season, as well as Journey, one of my favorite players to watch back on the Atlanta FaZe Academy roster in Modern Warfare. I think really one of his best performing years, and he has continued that success all the way towards this season. I mean, this team is stacked top to bottom. A lot like Ultra Academy, they're very good between the numbers, and they are very good at putting points and kills on the board. Already inside the hard point, but a break through the back for Furious might slow the bleeding down just a bit. They have to clear out Lucky, and they will do so. Nicely read on a 5 spree for Furious, and Ultra Academy desperately needed a break, and they finally do get it.
And what a break from Furious, too. Just able to singulate a player and then push right through the mid-cut area and then essentially isolate ROKKR Academy in the back. That is such a perfect break. A little bit, but either which way, ROKKR's not getting too much time on this, and Ultra Academy is set up. So even though they are down essentially in points, they're still in a position to take the lead here. So realistically, Harry now, P1 is going to have a lot of pressure on him, but Journey does win that gunfight. And again, this is going to be a little bit mixy here, but Journey's going to have to essentially should wait for his team. I was going to say he kept running there. Journey, where you going? But now Ultra Academy are set up on the site, and it's going to be looking on to Lucky here to break.
One of the tendencies for ROKKR Academy as of late in their hard points is they're more than keen on giving up the early opening hill if it means they can secure spawns and try to work through the back so that back line never gets broken. And that's why Journey is so available to push up quickly and try to find trades, because all your other ARs are still filling in their lanes in mid-map. Now you are looking for a quality break, as Ultra Academy have done a very nice job building themselves back into this opening hard point. Early on, still about 20 seconds to go in this one, but Real will find his way inside the hard point. Slide challenge doesn't work out. Ultra Academy on the clear. They hold the spawns, and while this tendency remains, you are looking at ROKKR outside at mid-map to, again, win the opening rotation over to P5 as we go to the docks. It's going to be up to the ARs in those lanes. Steve-O has to back off a gunfight, but he's going to be met towards P1, and it looks like ROKKR will be in position for the opening time.
Yeah, indeed, and it was a really good hold, of course, to swing into the lead factor, and you see Furious just trying to get a nade off onto Metals, but Metals doing a fantastic job all game of locking it down. Does connect, and it's going to try to make the break through the back, but Harry able to at least get the trade. It's going to follow up in suit. So now the Patience hit comes in from the front, and Steve-O actually coming from that boat side. We might have a perfect collapse here for Ultra Academy as the kills do come through. through, and that's 3 down for ROKKR. So now push is going to come slowly in, and Ultra Academy to have a clean break. 25 seconds left on the point.
I mean, this is a good hold from Ultra. Nobody's been able to contest. Stevo not peeled out of position. And you do have spawns back there for ROKKR, but just not a lot of clean touches inside the point. Finally, Journey will get into position to potentially find Stevo around the bend, but Stevo wins it regardless. Here comes the automaton in his hands. He's able to convert it for 2 early on. That's a lot of time in the point, and a lead back for Ultra Academy, the first one they've had so far in this game. And finally, they're able to get themselves out to P1 early on. They're going to win the rotation, and they are bullying ROKKR Academy back into their own spawns. The 3-man setup inside the point is good, and it's a win on that transition for Ultra.
Oh, man. And not only that, but yes, completely set up. Like, look at every single lane is covered. And as I say that, Stevo does fall, but what a good job is he doing flexing in this game. And now Furious has to worry about all members of Ultra coming in through the, or excuse me, of ROKKR coming in through the front. But regardless, still Lucky is holding down the site, and everything is looking pretty clean, pretty good for him as Ultra do break on through, but still, regardless, it's Ultra just holding down the line. 15 seconds left, and rotation's coming on through. Journey's going to be looking to try to hold down, but no, it's Stevo that does take him out. Now it leaves Real left alone on the rotation.
This is a huge P2 for both teams. You could be looking at a 200-point mark for Ultra Academy, essentially putting this game one away in very interesting fashion, how that might change the storyline of this series. But for ROKKR, they need 40, 50 points here. And the battle contests out at mid-map. It's Lucky. Put some shots over towards the bottom of the boat as nades fly out. Real in a position to potentially contest, moving his way in towards the point with an MP40 in hand. Here comes the challenge for 1, maybe 2. Not able to line up the shots, but Journey is there for the connection. And Furious working at the top of the boat. That is a beautiful retake up top from Ultra Academy, but better pressure underneath by ROKKR. They still have the time they're fighting over, but it's these ARs getting in position to potentially cut down the subs. Real quickly meets his demise, and Metals is spotted. So as quickly as ROKKR get into the point, Ultra Academy get Beans and company in position to immediately contest, push out those subs, and look at the benefit of it. 170 to 114. What a break by Ultra Academy.
Yeah, this is for ROKKR. They're going to have to get set up. And again, of course, we know this is the money, one of the money hells. But Stevo, of course, running through that cut does break down Real. And Journey there for the trade. So at least Metals does secure that spawn in the back. So now ROKKR, they do have the back jungle spawns. And Journey's going to zone forward a little bit. But still, the kills do come through. And this is good if you're ROKKR Academy. Journey's going to push forward onto that P1 site. And essentially, if you're Ultra Academy, you could go through maybe one more break here, Sean. But essentially, you don't want to give up too much time and give up too much positioning. So now you see the members of ROKKR Academy are spawning on that new point, and now spawns are getting a little bit mixy. So do you want to invest too much time into this point if you're losing the gunfights? Lucky's slaying out, and now he's pushing out, and now he's already set up for new. So this is where things can get really, really spicy if you are Ultra Academy. If you let ROKKR Academy run away with the map control.
Yeah, you had to be worried about the flip, but you're also playing for 2 hills ahead. So P4, again, where we will be swinging over towards with 9 seconds to go. We thought that, Boat might essentially put this game away for Ultra, but it really will come down to P4. If ROKKR can somehow hold this, if they can keep those spawns locked at the back, but then also you're going to have to worry about Metals pushed out so far in front. He just needs to hold his position at P1 because he is kind of the catalyst for getting back on the rotation to P5. Here comes Furious through the front, and it's a break for Ultra. At least 1 member inside. He wins the opening gunfight, almost the second, but there's the trade. Now Ultra fly their way in, and more importantly, they have a chance to put this at 200 points. 30 seconds still to fight over, but I'm more worried about that mid-map pressure because Ultra just need to keep someone on the outskirts, and it looks like Harry might be the factor here. So far, it's chaos in the front of the point. Stevo trying to stay alive, but the break there from ROKKR. Now what do you do if you're Ultra? What do you invest into this? Do you use those resources for more points, for more bodies in the hill? I think you give this up and you play for new.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And that break happened essentially when Metals won his one-on-one in the front of the hill, and his teammates just essentially got flooded from the front. But yeah, those nades, good break from Ultra, and now bringing it back into this game. Real, of course, clearing him off the point. The rotations for Noon, you see streaks essentially not earned, well, Not the glide bomb, at least. What's G8, what's not? No, we know now. But Journey is early on that rotation, so he can do some damage here. Even though Ultra Academy are set up, he cuts down one member now, and then essentially all he has to worry about is Furious. Furious does get taken down, and now ROKKR have the spawns for the back. Realistically, Harry is the only one that they don't know. Maybe that they do know in the boat, but Lucky does spot him down, and Real has control over New. ROKKR is looking in to be a good position to swing the lead in their favor.
I mean, they are, but they have to worry about that rotation. I don't care what the points look like. Mid-map pressure is going to be huge, controlling the 50-yard line right now. It's Journey out towards the top, but Harry trying to work his way in for the contest. And again, there's the break for Ultra. So now the spawns are out towards the back for ROKKR. They're going to have to make that long swing over to P1, but you're worried about the parallel AR from Harry. So Real needs to pick this up immediately, or at least have Lucky in a position to watch the cross. Journey can't win the gunfight, and somehow he's able to escape up in time, but their numbers quickly fall for Ultra. ROKKR Academy make their way inside the point. Furious with a sub. Furious for one, maybe two. The contest is in. Both teams trying to fight over this P1 hold. I mean, this could really decide the game here. And finally, ROKKR work their way in. And look at the minimap spread. It's a 3-stack for ROKKR. They have the early time, and they might have the opening gunfights with that win for Metals.
What a crazy win for Metals that was. And now Stevo's going to try to break on through. Now he does push in, but Metals does take him down, and a huge 2-piece from Metals to secure it. So now on a 5 spree, Beans does take him down, but Real's there for the trade. It's ROKKR Academy that does have control over this P1, and the fights do ensue, but still, 20 seconds left remain on this point. They have to fly on in, and they're gonna go so now. So Lucky's gonna look to hold on, and he does get one, and now his teammates to follow. So again, another wipe for ROKKR Academy, bring it in, and then swinging the lead in their favor.
Yeah, squad spawns there for Ultra as well. But the early time, in the final few moments of this hard point, it's ROKKR who have worked their way back into it, back towards the bottom of the boat. It's Lucky trying to work through the back. I mean, he could play spoiler here and completely disrupt what Ultra have had going. He just needs to buy his time, but Harry picks it up so well. Real tries to work his way inside the point, and he still has no one in the position to help. Finally, Journey's up, pushed up, but where are the ARs right now for ROKKR Academy? It's 235 to 234, lead back for Ultra. They found their way in the point. They have ARs positioned. Metal's trying to find someone at the top of the boat, but Stevo will win the gunfight. You need a break if you're ROKKR. Ultra were able to watch the flank through the back, and finally it pays off. A couple of more players do fly in, but that might be it. It's 249. A contest. Finally, ROKKR are in, but Ultra have the last word. It's ROKKR.
Stolen away from them. I mean, it looked like it was just so
These maps very much do create the storylines. Ultra Academy 250 to 234, and that map one to reiterate now going to Bocage.